We would like to welcome you on this very frigid, snowy evening to Northview to enjoy some wonderful music. We'd like to say welcome to all of our guests from Doane University. We are so glad to have you here this evening. We can't wait to hear what you guys are going to be playing. But first, we're going to start off with our very own wind ensemble. So our wind ensemble, led by Nathan Heath.
Okay, high school students, you see how quickly they got ready? Okay, all right. Thanks for being here, guys. I know once again it's bad weather tonight, but appreciate you coming. For those people who are hosting, we appreciate you hosting these fine students as well. We'll give you a little more information right before we're done. So before the last piece of music, Dr. Feyes will give you just another reminder about where you're going to meet them. But for now, it's just going to be right through these doors and in the choir room area right after we're done with the concert. And then we'll split you off with your host groups. But he'll do one more reminder before the last piece, just so it's fresh in your mind. We're excited to have this group here, Doane University, which is they're on their tour now, winter tour, and they're from Crete, Nebraska, which if you're not sure where that's at, it's, you said about an hour or an hour and a half outside of Lincoln?
Or just 20 minutes outside.
20 minutes outside of Lincoln, so very close. Didn't do well at geography. So, but close to the capital, and it's a small liberal arts college in Nebraska. They have a fine group. They do a tour every year, and Dr. Feyes is a personal friend of mine. We actually grew up together and then went to college together, been friends ever since. And it's really nice to be able to have when he called and asked, hey, we're going to be touring through the area, towards Cleveland area. Could you be one of our stops? I was like, that'd be awesome if we can do that. So we were more than happy to have them come and be here and perform for our students and then for you guys as well. So without further ado, please welcome to the stage Doane University concert band under the direction of Dr. Andrew Feyes.
All right, we're live. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And just to reiterate what's already been said, thank you so much for being here this evening. Despite all the flakes flying, it's been an interesting road to get here, to say the least. We started the day in Illinois and shoveled our bus out of the hotel. Once we got to the parking lot, it was fine, which was great. I-80 actually was pretty solid through Illinois and Indiana, and then we got to Wasion. I never did like Wasion. But we made it here, it was good, and we're so delighted to not worry about Mother Nature. She's gonna do her thing, and just make music for all of you here this evening. So it's great to be back in Northwest Ohio. It's my home. Grew up in Oregon, Ohio, much like Mr. Heath before he got sick of me and moved. But we're delighted to be here and making music for you. That first piece you heard was Astra by Kataj Copley. It's a journey to the stars, and it's a wonderful piece. I hope you guys enjoyed. The next piece we're going to perform for you is entitled Awakenings by Kimberly Archer. And this piece is intended, it was originally composed to kind of bring tribute to and bring to life a new center for new music at a university. So it's a composition written to inspire future composers, which is really interesting and really unique. And I think you'll find that this piece is very grand, it's very symphonic, it's very beautiful in a lot of ways. So we hope you enjoy Kimberly Archer's Awakenings. One of the great things about working at Doane University is truly the, I would say, diverse representation of students that we have. We have students that come to us that want to be doctors, that want to be engineers, that want to be musicians. We see this grand future for our society here on our campus. And it's a wonder to work at a university that not only supports but prides itself on those people on our campus, all walks of campus life, participating in music. And I always like to do this at these concerts, especially for the high schoolers that are attending, so they can kind of see the makeup of these wonderful people. If you look at our roster, you'll see the different places they're from, mostly Nebraska, but some Iowa and Missouri and Colorado and other states nearby. But I like to do this sometimes just to kind of let the world see exactly who these folks are. So, Doane, raise your hand if you are a music major on campus at Doane University. And then obviously non-music majors, everybody else, yes? Okay, now raise your hand if you are in the sciences, engineering, biology, those kinds of folks, mathematics, yes. And how about all our humanities people, English, philosophy, history, all that kind of stuff? There's a few where they're like, I don't know what category I belong in. They're undecided. We've got some theater, we have a theater major, we have an art major in the band as well, a couple art majors. So I hope you see that these individuals, just like yourselves, they were in high school band and they enjoyed that experience and they decided to continue music as a part of their life. And I think we'd all agree in this wonderful space that that's a valuable thing. And I really encourage all of you guys. You have a great sound. You guys are doing so well. Keep that going. Keep making music. There's not enough beauty in this world. And music's beautiful. So find a way to make it. The next piece of music that we're going to play for you is entitled Celebration. And as you might guess, it's pretty celebratory. It's by a great composer and friend, Randall Standridge. He writes a lot of great music for band. Curious high schoolers, have you guys played any of Randall Standridge's music yet? A couple of head nods in there, yeah. He writes music for all levels, professional on down to elementary band, which is really cool to see. So here's Randall Standridge's Celebration. I've never gotten this much applause for talking before. Obviously, my wife is still in Nebraska, all right? get to bear with us for just a moment. This next one's special. Trust me, you're going to like it. I'm bringing in a couple of ringers, and I hope that's okay. What's making music if you can't make it with your friends, is what I always say. We got a great group of friends here from Doane University, but I have some friends in Northwest Ohio too. So, as Mr. Heath intimated, we started school together. We started 5th grade trumpet together way back in the day. I know, it's a big single tear. We're not going to talk about who was first chair in 8th grade, but that was my year. But without a doubt, in our time at Bowling Green, it became apparent that Mr. Heath was something special as a trumpet player. I was okay. And I'm just delighted to be able to share the stage with him and Mr. Adams on drum set here. Yes. I knew they liked him better. I wasn't sure. We love you, Bobby. I don't know what that means. I think this is where I stop. Anyway, this next piece of music is just simply beautiful. There's a wonderful, wonderful trumpet player named Ryan Anthony, who unfortunately succumbed to cancer not too long ago. I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago, if I recall. But he started a movement when he was diagnosed with cancer some 3 or 4 years before his death. And it somewhat seriously and jokingly is called Cancer Blows. And there's a lot of truth to that, obviously. But Ryan Anthony started this foundation, and a lot of good has come from it. It has brought the music community together. Annually, there is a major benefit concert that happens where some of the best and most amazing trumpet artists on the planet get together and make music and raise money for cancer research and medication support. And this piece of music that we're going to perform is something that Ryan Anthony performed at one of the Cancer Blows performances some years ago. So we're delighted to share with you an arrangement of the George Gershwin classic, Someone to Watch Over Me. I love this instrument. It makes no sound whatsoever. And he's way better at the other one than I am, so that's so good. That was a joy. That was truly, truly a joy to do that and share the stage with both these fine musicians. I hope you know, Sylvania, how blessed you are to have the musical leaders in this community that you have, not just your band directors, but I have a long history. I worked with Mr. Davis, the choir director, back in Bryan, Ohio, going way back, and Mrs. Thiel as well. And I know there's many others in this musical community that support it and keep it strong. And it's just wonderful to see all the great music being made here. So thanks for that. The next piece of music we'd like to perform for you is from 1960, a wonderful movie that not many people have seen. And that movie is called Exodus. And that movie won Academy Awards specifically for its movie score, which is absolutely beautiful. And the arrangement we're going to perform for you today is arranged by Alfred Reed, a pretty famed band composer and arranger. And this piece of music is one that's always been on my bucket list of pieces I've wanted to do with the band. These fine musicians from Doane had the joy of representing our university at our State Music Education Conference this past November. They did so beautifully, and this piece was on that program. And it's one that I know has really stuck with us. Even though these students don't know the movie, the music just really comes at the soul in a really profound way. So we hope you enjoy Alfred Reed and Ernest Gold's Highlights from Exodus.
case, and I'll let Dr. Feyes announce what that is. But once again, thank you for being here. Hosts, as soon as we're done, they're going to put their stuff back in the choir room area over here. They have their luggage, they have their instruments, all that. They're going to get that set up. If you're a host family, if you could just wait in the North Commons area right outside the choir room, and then as soon as they're ready, we'll have our sheet and we'll call out families with names and pair you up and get you guys on the road. They do need to be back here at, what time are you requesting, Dr. Feyes, with the weather?
Yeah, our itinerary asks that we can have the students back at 7:45 in hopes of an 8:15 departure tomorrow morning.
Okay.
So that's kind of what we're working with for right now.
Perfect.
We'll see what Mother Nature has to say.
Okay. If anything needs to change, well, yeah, bring it back here regardless. You can't keep them at home.
Okay.
So, but yeah, if we need, they may be altering their travel plans, but we will accommodate them here if that is the case. Okay. Can we give them one more big round of applause and thank you? Wind Ensemble students, just a couple of reminders. We need you to do us a favor. First favor is when you're done, put your instrument and music back in the band room. And our host, Mr. Davis, is hosting the honor choir rehearsals here tomorrow. So all we need to do, we're going to open up the back curtain. All the chairs and stands of percussion basically need to go back behind there. So if you could put your stuff away and come back, if everybody does it, it'll go really fast. Rag all the chairs, rag all the stands, push all percussion back, podium back, we'll shut the curtain, then it's ready for their event tomorrow. Okay? If you're doing the band honors event, which there are most of you that are doing it are in this ensemble, don't forget you need to take your your concert band uniform home tonight because you'll need that for the Sunday performance. Okay? All right, and I'm going to hand back over to Dr. Feyes to introduce our last piece.
Thank you. Real quick, obviously, it's great to have friends, and it's great to have old friends, and it's great to have new friends. We can't thank you as a community enough for putting us up and putting up with us and all that stuff. I hope you've enjoyed this music. We enjoy making it, and we like sharing music, and it's a lot of fun. But didn't want these two fine gentlemen here to go all the way home without some nice Doane Tiger orange and black. So. It's empty, I promise. The final thing I want to say before we play our closing selection, not only a huge thank you to the host families for opening your homes to us, but also I mentioned Northwest Ohio being my home. And it's, obviously I'm from Ohio and I live and work in Nebraska. And it's not often that I get to lead band concerts for my family. And it's just delightful to have some of my family members back here. My grandmother, Donna Beckman, and my brother and his wife, Dan and Kate, and their two beautiful children, Lucy and Mia, and my Uncle Tom and Aunt Joyce back there, braved the snowflakes and came to their first Doane Band concert in Ohio. So thank you. And finally, we're going to close similar to how we opened. We opened with a Journey to the Stars and Astra. We're going to close with a march called Orion. And this march is not your typical march. The Army starts kind of far away, and they get closer and closer and closer as we go. And you'll know when they're here. Trust me, it'll be good. But thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you so much for taking great care of us on this trip. And I hope we get to make music again together soon. Take care.